I thought I was going to sneeze. Welcome to Punky's World. This is wrestling news, and there's a decent amount of it. That's why I don't do it that often. I like to do it when there's a bunch of it, you know? First off, Stevie Richards. I have to say this. I watched his video yesterday that he made about what he's been going through. Excuse me, and I will link it in the description. Let me note that so I don't forget. Otherwise, I will forget. He is someone that I've long respected and always liked from his days way back in ECW. Oh, excuse me. And I remember way back. It was the early days of ECW. Being on AOL. Again, early days of the internet. And he had his own message board on there. And I used to talk to him on there all the time. And he was a doll. To see him hurting and stuff, it was not great. He started having pain in his back a little while after a workout, and I thought, okay, well, my back goes out. I'm in my early 50s, and it happens, and, you know, after what I've put my body through over the years, you know, and I said to his wife, he said, it's just getting worse, and he couldn't walk, and he sat down, and he couldn't get up, and his wife, he's 215 pounds, I think he said. And he's a good 6'2". He's tall. So he's been kind of long and late. And he said, she got me up. I don't know how. And got me into bed. And things just kept getting worse. He went to the doctor. They gave him muscle relaxers. He said, I hate those stupid drugs. And he was never someone known to do any of that stuff. So he said, so we tried as directed, and it did nothing. So we went, you know, and we did the painkillers as directed. Again, I hate those drugs. But he was literally in screaming pain. He had to do something. Like screaming and tears and just horrible pain. And they just didn't see anything on the MRIs and stuff. And finally, I think he lives in Florida. He's from Philly. And he went to the Mayo Clinic in Florida. At this point, he's in a wheelchair in just screaming agony. And they did an MRI, and they looked at it, and they said, okay, we see a couple of things. They said, okay, one thing that we see is much further up in your back, and that is there's a tumor on your spine. They must have realized it was benign, because they said, we're not going to touch it, we don't want to give you an infection. And as they looked in the lumbar region, where all the pain was, that's the lowest region of the spine, they realized there was an infection eating his spinal cord. He said, well, that explains the pain, and the doctor said, it sure does. So, and like eating the discs, and yeah, it was terrible. And so They started giving him IV antibiotics. He said the pain started going down. It was still horrible, but it was less horrible. And he spent a number of days in the hospital on IV antibiotics. They inserted a PICC line, and he was able to go home. His wife gives him his IV antibiotics every day. Usually if you have a PICC line, it's between 6 and 8 weeks of antibiotics. So they're still growing the infection in the lab, still trying to pinpoint exactly what it is to make sure they're giving him the right antibiotics, although they seem to be working. So my prayers definitely go out for him. Like I said, he's a sweetheart. I used to talk to him way back. Okay, Hall of Fame as of now is Stacy Keibler, Andy Kaufman, Rey Mysterio, and the Great Muta. They're saying the last one left is the Warrior Award. No, the last one left is a tag team. There's one more announcement left. Which hopefully will be made on SmackDown. The Warrior Award is said to be going to a referee that everyone loves. I'm trying to think of which referee. I mean, there are a few that are well loved within the industry. They didn't say if this referee was alive or dead. And I say that because Brian Hildebrand definitely qualifies. It could be Earl Hebner or Dave Hebner. Dave Hebner's also passed. It could be oh shoot, I can't remember his name. Oh no. The head referee for the for Crockett Promotions for Tommy Young, that's his name. Well-loved referee. There's also the referee that retired and ran a bar, and then he has since passed away, and I can't remember his name. Tim White. So there are a few choices of referee that it could be, but that's really all they're saying. So that's my most likely list, we'll call it. So Kelly, real name Barbie Blank, has announced that she is expecting her first child. Congratulations. And added to WrestleMania is Dominic versus Ray. I'm glad they added it before the Hall of Fame induction. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville have been announced for the Women's Fatal 4-Way. I don't know who the other two girls are. After Mania, a new world title belt is set to debut, and Roman Reigns is set to take an extended break. So, because they're getting rid of the Universal title, and they're just going to have, I guess, a World Championship. Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks has a torn bicep. And here's a heartwarming one for you. I love this. Ricky Steamboat's son, Richie, is now a stay-at-home dad to 4 children. A back injury ended his wrestling career. He messed up 4 discs on a moonsault. His wife is a successful lawyer. She worked for a firm, and from there went on to build her own law firm. So because she's so successful, that means that Richie can concentrate on taking care of their 4 children, which is amazing. And Ricky's very proud of him. And that's pretty amazing. That's really all I have. I'm frustrated beyond words that they haven't announced the last I'm guessing that Friday on SmackDown they'll be announcing the last Hall of Famer. Which should be, like I said, a tag team, because that's how they do things. That's how it's structured. This year it is structured a little differently in that I would say that Rey Mysterio and Muta are equally, top card inductees. I know Rey Mysterio is the headliner inductee, but Muta is too, in my opinion. It would have been cool if Gary Hart could have inducted Muta, but he's no longer with us. They're saying Lawler's going to induct Kaufman into the celebrity wing if he's healthy enough. I don't know. I'll be very surprised, because I don't think Jerry will want to be out there if he can't talk like himself and move like himself. You know what I mean? I don't think he'd do that. I think he shouldn't be embarrassed, but I think he would be. None of us would do anything to make him feel embarrassed. You know what I mean? None of us would. We've seen him through too much, and not only that, I think most people are not rude. I think he'd have a lot of compassion and understanding backstage. Oh. Excuse me. And I think he'd get a lot of love and support from the crowd. But like I said, I don't know that Jerry would do it. We'll see. I think what I'm going to do is I'll do a Hall of Fame review on Saturday, because the Hall of Fame will be Friday night after SmackDown over on the WWE Network. So I'll watch that. I will do a full review of that. On Saturday, and which will be the first day of WrestleMania. On Monday, I will do the full WrestleMania review for both nights. So that's the plan. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you, and I will see you for Mario Powered Tennis. Ow. Anyway, my lips are really dry. And I still don't know what the fourth video is going to be. Probably genealogy. Yeah, it's going to be genealogy. Kind of update you on what I've been doing in terms of Mom's book and next book that I'm on and where I'm going from there and all of that. So that's what we'll do. But first, Mario Tennis. Like I said, have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you. Tomorrow I'll do a haul, whatever I get at the thrift store, and tell you about my day and all of that. So look forward to that. And Thursday I don't know, because I'm going to be at the Historical Society all day. I'm going to be there Saturday too. No, Sunday when we open, because we open Sunday officially for the spring and summer season. So if you're local, come on down. Bye, guys. Please click subscribe and the little bell ding ding.